Dennis Jr. Odenwald, better known as 28-year-old Tion Wayne from Edmonton, is arguably the most popular and profitable UK rapper in recent times. And he's probably the number one UK drill rapper at the moment, but first, second and third place are subject to change on any given day. Now I know some people can't look past Digger D, Suspect, C1 and CB or Quangface when it comes to drill, but Tion Wayne does make drill music. He talks about the same subject matter and he does rap on the same tempo beats. Now before getting into the drill scene and making it go commercial, creating number one hits with the 2020 song Body and scoring a top 10 hit with Keisha and Becky, Tion Wayne also scored a top 10 hit with the song Houdini, which had KSI and Swarms on. But as I said, the rapper from the 9 was rapping on Afro swing tempo beats that was popular in the 2010s. Now during the early era, Tion Wayne had aspirations of being an accountant, as that was where the money was, and in order to accomplish that, he completed his degree at Birmingham University, and he did obtain his accountant degree. So fast forward to 2014, and Tion Wayne released Wayne's World. As Tion Wayne's fanbase grew, so did the women, and the woman that flocked to him, most notably Lanny Good. Now according to Lanny Good, Tion Wayne used her to secure an £8,000 loan in order to fund his music career and have that persona as a rapper that was making money. Now Lanny Good thought that her and Tion Wayne had a future together. In her eyes, she was helping lay the foundations for the man of her dreams, but it doesn't seem like the same love was reciprocated. It was a one-sided love interest. Now at first Tion Wayne jumped on Twitter and says that he never scammed a woman in his life and that he was raised by women. That's what helped him become successful. But Lanny Good made a formal complaint to Action Fraud, alleging that Tion Wayne took out a loan for £8,000 in her name without her permission in order to buy himself a Rolex. Now after the constant back and forth, Tion Wayne agreed to pay that debt off. Now Tion Wayne grew up in a well-rounded household. He had both his mum and dad with him, and that's not to take away anything from his badman persona or the things that he's done to make him authentic. As I said, he had both his mum and dad at home. His mum worked as a nurse and his dad was a computer engineer, and they were responsible for instilling the hard-working ethic that he has. And as a middle child, he also had the backing of his siblings. So during this time, Tion Wayne's releasing track after track after track, and he has become noticeable, especially in North London. He's one of the main rappers there. During the period of 2010s, Tion Wayne was way more lyrical. He was able to talk about the street life and talk about all the things that he went through, his trials and tribulations, while still bragging about the luxury items he possessed. He was still rolling around in Lamborghinis for the purpose of music videos and Range Rovers. Then in 2017, Tion Wayne was forced to spend 16 months in H&P for getting involved in a ruckus that involved 100 people outside a venue after he had performed in Bristol. Now while Tion Wayne was away, the sound of UK music shifted and drill became the emerging sound that was taken over. And in 2018, Tion Wayne came back home and he released the track Home. He once again experimented with the sound, going back to the pop rap sound influenced with Afro beats. Now that song gained millions of views, and that's probably because Tion Wayne was respected by his peers. Now rappers love having a criminal record. It makes them seem authentic. It's like a certificate for being a UK rapper. Now meanwhile, drill rapper Russ was showing the world that there was more to UK drill than talking crud. Russ had released Gun Lean, and even though it was a drill song, the song charted and put Russ into the next stratosphere. He was the number one emerging UK drill rapper that was becoming successful, that was actually making real money. Now Russ showed people you could get sturdy to dance to drill. Now Tion Wayne, being a smart person, having a degree, seeing what Russ was doing, seeing how Russ had transitioned himself to become a commercial drill rapper and was profiting off this. Now Tion Wayne had an epiphany and wanted to do the same thing, because at the end of the day, Tion Wayne was money orientated. That was the whole purpose of him doing anything he was doing. And what better way to become a commercial hit maker than recruit the man himself? So in 2019, Tion Wayne and Russ released the song Keisha and Becky, which reached the top 10 in the UK charts. They followed that up by the remix, and that created a massive buzz. And then in 2020, Tion Wayne did the same thing. He linked up with Dutch, who had a major hit with Only If You Knew. Dutch was the biggest thing in UK drill at the time, and again Tion Wayne latched himself to the coattail and knew that he could use Dutch's momentum. All he had to do is use the ad-lib, and then start making a song, Dutch Valley would carry the rest of the tune. So in 2020, I Don't Know was released, and that song became another top 10 hit. And then in 2021, Tion Wayne released Body with Russ, and that song reached number 1 on the UK official charts, becoming the first UK drill rap song to chart in the number 1 position, making room and opening doors for these other UK drill rappers. Now Tion Wayne found his sound. He found a formula to make a commercial UK drill song, and that was thanks to Russ. All you have to have is a catchy ad-lib, use a bouncy UK drill beat, and get a ton of features from popular artists and incorporate dances. You can keep the same crud and the typical subject matter in the song and people wouldn't even care. As long as they can nod their head to the beat, that's all that matters. Now in all these recent songs, he follows the same formula, and you can't be mad at the man, unless you are A1 from the 9, who wants to take Tion's place. Now Tion Wayne knows that all you have to do is release songs between April and June. That's the summertime. That's the time when fans are gearing up to go on holiday or go to parties or go to festivals, and it's the fans that influences the DJ's decisions to play these songs. So when Tion Wayne releases a song just before summer, he has April, May and June to get that song buzzing. After that, it's the fans that will dictate the DJs have to play these songs in all the big parties and festivals. And that's why Tion Wayne has managed to become a millionaire. Stay safe.